Well, there are national implications for the two gubernatorial elections taking place today. In Virginia, former DNC Chairman Terry McAuliffe faces a tight race against Republican Ken Cuccinelli. And in New Jersey, Republican incumbent Chris Christie is heavily favored over Democrat Barbara Buono.
Voters already out casting ballots this morning. CBS News contributor and former Obama Chief of Staff Bill Daley joins us this morning. Good morning.
Hey, Charlie.
So here's Governor Christie saying, on expectation of a win, saying if Republicans are looking for a place where they can win, look at what happened in New Jersey. Is that the message that comes out of New Jersey if he wins?
If he wins, and if he wins with the ability to bring voters into his campaign, a Republican conservative campaign that traditionally have not been there over the last couple of cycles, he'll have a very strong argument to be made that that's the model to win on a national campaign. And the opposite may be true in Virginia when you have a pretty conservative, obviously anti-Tea Party, more aligned gubernatorial candidate may go down to defeat in a state that has traditionally been very Republican, now moving, if not purple, towards blue. That's a stark contrast. And I think if that's the case, then I think the Governor Christie's got a strong argument to be made.
But to Charlie's point, I mean, the projection is that Christie in New Jersey will bring in black and Hispanic voters. I mean, this is a Republican winning in a blue state.
Well,
has he proven himself to be the inevitable candidate?
Well, he's proven in New Jersey, but, you know, we're a long way away from a presidential campaign, and then he has to go through primaries that are not necessarily reflective of the voters of New Jersey, and he's going to have to convince those Republican voters, as others have found, very difficult. Romney found out a very difficult process. So he's in a strong position after today if he wins with the sort of victory you say, but it's still a very long way.
Do you see any themes coming out of the political environment today that might be a narrative for 2016 or 2014?
I don't think we're there yet. I think there's a lot to happen between now and 16. The 14 elections, obviously, where you have the entire House up and much of the Senate. You have other gubernatorial races. That will be much more indicative of the mood of the people than two states, I think.
And if you were Hillary Clinton or advising Hillary Clinton today, and everybody's talking about inevitability, what would you advise her?
Well, there's really nothing she can do about that argument. I would just suggest she keep doing what she's doing. Keep a relatively low profile, which is impossible in many ways for her, but just not engage in the back and forth.
Speculation about 2016.
Not only speculation, in the day-to-day sort of political discourse that's going on. The American people don't want it all the time, and I think the biggest challenge for her is to try to tamper this thing down.
And if you were the president today, would you be out trying to make your case, or would you be keeping a quieter public face?
I think the case for health care is very strong, and I think he has to be out there. But the most important thing, obviously, is what he has repeatedly said. That is, get the thing fixed and get it running and get a lot of this behind him, and that will take care of itself.
But to the arguments that Jan Crawford has been making in one report after another, there seems to be problems at the heart that go beyond the website. And the president is seeming responsible because he's the one who said you won't have to face the problem of getting a plan if you like your own plan.
But a lot of this confusion is rooted in the inability of the website, and therefore to move on from the original debate and difficulty. And once that gets fixed, then I think the discussion changes as to the process of it actually working.
Bill Daley, good to see you.
Thanks, Charlie.